Not sure how to get the perfect meringue for your macarons? By the end of this video, you'll have all the knowledge you need to get those perfect stiff peaks. To gain the confidence and skills you need to master the macaron, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when I post a new video every Monday. Hi, I'm Amy, a fellow home baker. I've been successfully making macarons since 2012, and I'm passionate about helping others learn the skills needed to make these heavenly cookies. So let's dive in and learn how to make that perfect meringue.
Step 1. Measure and prepare your ingredients. The two main ingredients in a meringue are sugar, granulated sugar, and egg whites. It's imperative that you measure these because you need to know the exact amounts that you're putting into your recipe. Macarons are like an exact science, and everything is based off ratios. And the only way to be consistent is to measure out by weight the amount of ingredients you are putting into your recipe. After you've measured your sugar and your egg whites, you need to set your egg whites aside and let them come to room temperature. I've tried using aged egg whites, and honestly, I did not see a difference. The biggest thing is just to set them out at least 30 minutes before you're going to bake. Cold eggs do not whip as well, so that's why they need to be room temperature. What I typically do is set my egg whites out the morning of, like when I get my coffee. That way, when I do get time to bake during the day, I know they're already where they need to be and they're ready to go. You can add an optional ingredient to your meringue that will help stabilize and strengthen it. It's really helpful, especially if you're using the French method of making macarons where you add the sugar directly to the egg whites, like we're doing here. Cream of tartar is the most popular to stabilize your meringue. It has an acidic base to it that actually helps to strengthen your meringue, but you get that strength without the taste. So that's why it's so popular. I've used it, I highly recommend it. And you do need a strong meringue to be able to get those really sharp, stiff peaks that are required to get full shells for macarons. So cream of tartar would be my number one choice. There is another additive that you can use that will add strength to your protein. That is dried egg white powder. I came across this when doing research at Baking at Higher Elevation. I know Bake Toujours uses this as well, and I believe she is in Portland. I teach macaron classes, and I've taught students that are located at sea level on the East Coast. Some of them have used the dried egg white powder just to try it out. They had no issues whatsoever in getting full shells. So I would say you have an option if you want to use cream of tartar, which is the most popular and easiest to find, and you have dried egg whites powder. I can only find this on Amazon. I'll put a link in the description below if you want to, at least check it out. But the one thing you do not want to use is meringue powder. It has additional additives that just don't go well with macarons. Meringue powder works great in, making royal icing and things like that, but meringue powder and macarons just do not mix. Step 2. Make sure your mixing bowl is clean and there is no leftover residue. Use white vinegar or lemon juice to wipe down the bowl. Step 3. Whip the egg whites until frothy. This only takes a couple of minutes. And once frothy, I'll stop and add about half of the sugar, and then slowly turn the mixer on like a 2 or a 3 just to incorporate, and then I'll add the remaining sugar. And then I'll start the mixer on a 4 to 5, increasing slowly to a 6. What issues have you experienced, or what questions do you have about making meringue? Comment below and let me know. Step 4. After adding sugar to the frothy egg whites, I slowly increase the speed. I end up at a medium to medium-high speed, usually around a 7. I continue whipping until the meringue starts to get that glossy look. At this point, I'm getting close to the soft peak stage, but you can see it's still a little on the runny side. If you want to add color, now is the time to do so. Today, I'm adding a chocolate brown gel, just a few drops at a time until I reach the color that I desire. Do not, and I repeat, do not use liquid food color. It adds too much moisture and your shells will not be successful. Step 5. Check the stiffness of your meringue periodically. We want to get to stiff peaks, and as you can see here, this is probably more of a medium peak, also known as bird's peak. We want to continue whipping until we get really sharp peaks. And here we're getting closer, but you see how it's still folding over? Let's keep whipping a little longer. Again, we're looking for those sharp points, and there you have it. That is a stiff peak.
Now that you know what to look for in making that perfect meringue and achieving those stiff peaks, do you struggle with other crucial areas in making macarons? For example, like the macaronage stage. I've created a resource called the Macaron Success Journal. It will help you fast track your learning curve to help you get to those beautiful, consistent, and successful batches in no time. I've put a link in the description below
if you want to learn more.
Check out these other videos that we have on the proper macaronage techniques and how to make macarons at home, the 5 keys to success. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, make sure to subscribe and share it with your friends. Have a wonderful and blessed day.